welcome to Frankie Pinky's Journey. Okay, so I did a video for you guys the other day, but it wasn't very long, so I felt you guys got a little cheated. So I might combine this video with the other video I did, but I'm not sure yet. So we'll see how it rolls. But either way, you're gonna get this video. Okay, so today on the menu is carrots with some salt and pepper and some butter. Yeah, okay, these are just canned, but you know what? I have to have canned for the pop top. And then lasagna. Look at that, you guys. Juicy, and it's like oozing out. Look at that, oozing. Okay, so I got lasagna and my carrots, so yeah. And then, I feel a little dehydrated today, so I'm just drinking some H2O. So I haven't really drank very much. So, anyways. So good. It's a little rough today, guys. Like, really rough. Got stuck in the truck stop this morning at 2 a.m. Couldn't get out. I was blocked in. Other truckers didn't pull all the way back in the stall, so trying to get out of there was like some choice words, let's put it that way. Not pretty. Had to knock on people's doors to get them up so they could pull their trucks back. Got the bird. Got one yelling at me. I was like, well, back up your truck so I can get out. You know, can't just like pull too far out and not expect somebody not to want to get out in the middle of the night or the middle of the morning. You guys, look at that. So good. Oh yeah. So that was stressful because that put me almost 2 hours late to my delivery. And the place where I delivered was not fun either. Very confusing. So, needless to say, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm just having my supper. And I'm tired, and I'm kind of bitchy. Did I say that loudly? Yeah. And this is really good. So good. So today I'm a little more hungrier than yesterday. Yesterday I felt kind of nauseous. Wasn't happening. So I got to the shipper and wasted almost 2 hours there because they charged me a late fee because there was a late delivery of $80. So to call my boss up, she was like bitchy about it. Tried to tell me I didn't know how to work my hours, basically. And I'm like, hello. I only had 5 hours yesterday to drive, so I believe I know how to work my hours. You can't squeeze an 8-hour day out of 5 hours. Sorry. Doesn't work that way legally. So these companies don't really care about you. They preach that, you know, they're all about safety, that they're all about their employees. They're not. All they care about is their freight. So I could have either hit another trailer today or I could hit another truck to get out. But then what good does that do to me? One, it ruins my driving record because my license. So obviously I couldn't even drive a regular car because the more accidents or tickets you have, you know, obviously you're going to get your license suspended or revoked or whatever, depending on what state you're in. So the rule of thumb is you're in control of the truck. So these dispatchers can push you around and tell you this or that, but at the end of the day, it's your license, your livelihood, and your life. So they can go pound sand at the end of the day. So that was my day. Then I get to the second shipper and I had to wait like 2 hours for them to load it. And that load was already late because, it's a domino effect. Once you're late with one, it all falls into place. And they're stubborn enough to not like move the load. That's their problem. So that was my day. Pretty stressful for sure. But I'm having dinner now. Finally. I had to just hurry up and quickly eat some chips today, and that was my meal. I was not happy. I was saying some really choice words, and it wasn't nice. Yes, eating so fast because I'm so hungry. Okay, so a couple questions I got on my last video that I didn't really answer yet. So one of the questions, I went back to look at it, and one of the subscribers asked me, what happens with the scales? Do you have to go through a scale every time? And if you don't, what happens? So this is a really good question, you guys, because when I first started out, there's a lot of things I didn't know, and they didn't teach me, and they didn't even tell me. So when you first start out, when you get in the truck, you got to find out if your pre-pass, which is a little box that sits in the center of your windshield, and it's called a pre-pass. So you have to contact your compliance department to find out if it's registered to the truck and if it's active. And if it's not, then they need to activate it. Especially with big, major, large companies like Warner or Schneider. They should automatically do that, but they don't. So you need to make sure that it's open. The second thing is that little pre-pass indicator. When you go through like you'll see these big, tall things over kind of like a lamp post, and it's got like a little camera on it. Just before you get to the scale, it's like about a half mile before you get to the scale. Anyway, that camera shines in on our trucks with the pre-pass, and if it's green, that means you can pass the scale. If it's red, that means you have to go into the scale. So it indicates it off that pre-pass that's in our windshield, and that's how we determine whether or not we got to go in the scale or out of the scale. So when I first started out, it was really rough because I was bobtailing in Missouri, and I thought, first of all, my pre-pass wasn't working, and I knew if it's not working, it doesn't blink either red or green, you have to go on the scale. So if it doesn't blink either color, you have to go in. So I was driving in Missouri, and I was bobtailing, which means that I had no trailer. So I didn't think I had to, because I had only been out maybe like a couple months. So I didn't think I had to like go through the scale, because what are they going to weigh? I mean, I got my tractor. That's it, right? That was my mindset. Well, long and behold, I passed that scale, and of course I got a citation because I didn't go through the scale. So lesson learned. First ticket, $100. Yep, and you have to pay it. It comes out of your pocket, not the company's. So you can have this, it's called legal. Some companies offer it. It's like legal driver's legal. like $3 out of your paycheck. Not every company offers it. But if they do, take advantage of it. If they don't, I think it's like $13 a month on your own. So what they do is they help you fight the citations. Sometimes you win them, sometimes you don't. I've only won 2 of them. So it's a hit and miss. But it's a money-making thing. For sure. So I hope I answered that question for you. The second question was, I thought was humorous, because it was on personal hygiene. And I laughed because everybody's personal hygiene is way different. So I was just having this conversation with another coworker today about showers. So I'm the type of person that has to have a shower almost every day. I can't go without not taking a shower. Sometimes, in really rare situations, I might have to miss a day to take a shower because there's no real decent truck stops around, or it could be maybe I might be 50 miles out from my delivery and I might have still 2 hours left. So I'll drive all the way to that rest stop and then I'll take a shower the next day. So sometimes it works out that way, but I try to make sure I get a shower every day. So I try to pre-plan my trip to where there's like decent showers. Like that one that I took in Wyoming at that outpost, that was like scary. But I already had skipped 1 day and I was not about to skip 2 days. So I took the dive and the plunge and just took a shower there, like a quick shower. But I don't like to be nasty, sticky, slimy when I'm crawling in bed. And sometimes you get greasy. Sometimes stuff spills on you. And so you don't want to be climbing in your sheets that way. But there's a lot of people that do. Like this guy I was talking to today, who's a worker. He was like, oh, I'm on my 3rd day of not taking a shower. And I was like, yeah, I draw the line there. I said, I can go 1 day, but 3 days, no. He's like, well, I just use baby wipes. I'm like, baby wipes only go so far. So baby wipes are good to wipe off your face, the grime and stuff. If you can't get to a shower, wipe your arms off from the grease, or your legs if you're wearing shorts or whatever. But after that, after 1 day doing the baby wipes, no. They only go so far. I like them on my soap and water. And some people are different because they think, if you take too many showers, like once a day, it dries out their skin. But for me, I've always taken showers. So anyway, that's where the personal hygiene is. Everybody's different. You'll see some truckers and they walk in the truck stop and you're like, they haven't taken a shower for at least a week, and it's like disgusting. And really there's no need for it. It's really not necessary, because you can plan according to your day. You don't have to push your clock to the very end. It's ridiculous. I try to stop at least 30 minutes before I'm going to run out of my time. And I do that because, one, I don't want to get in a situation where I'm going to get stuck in the traffic. I'm not going to get stuck in bad weather. I want to have a safe place to stop. And I want some amenities, like a bathroom, for one. I don't want to just be stopped on the side of the highway, on an off-ramp or anything like that. Sometimes Mother Nature calls, and I'm not going to sit there and just do it outside. So I have some boundaries, but everybody's different. So I definitely make sure I have some, you know, a few boundaries. Like today, I'm in Iowa, in Des Moines, and so my delivery is only like 15 minutes from here. So I stopped as a pilot. You know, I could have gone up the street and stopped at like a little independent truck stop, but I didn't want to run into, you know, parking only with 5 spots, you know. I want a shower. A lot of them up there don't have showers. So, you know, 15 minutes for my delivery is not a bad deal. It's, you know, so you have to really kind of think about, I'm not going to push it. I had 30 minutes left on my clock. I could have made it to an independent place, but no. And I'm not saying all independent places are bad. Some of them are really good, and I have stayed at them. But if I can stay at a reputable Pilot or a Love's or a TA or a Petro, you know, or a Quick Trip, I'm much better, feel much more comfortable than doing that. I mean, there's even some TAs that I'm like, So, guys, I'm gonna eat this whole thing. I was so hungry. Way hungrier than the other night, last night. Yes. So, that is pretty much been my day. It's been really challenging for sure. Stressful more so than anything. But it's definitely time to go home. I'm starting to feel a lot of anxiety out here on the road. I'm starting to feel like a lot of stress in my shoulders and my back. So it's definitely time to like get out and start stretching a little bit and, you know, feel like you can get in your own bed, because it's so stiff in this truck. Because one, this mattress doesn't fit this size bed. It's like almost 2 inches smaller than what it should be. So I'm always like rolling off of it, and especially if you're on an incline, it's not good. So yeah, it doesn't really happen too well. Oh yeah. You guys, this was a Stouffer's lasagna, and it was so good. I think that's the first meal that I've eaten like completely. But I'm telling you, all I had was chips today. I was starving. It was such a stressful day. So it just wasn't happening. So I'm gonna make this a separate video, but the video that I only made last night that was really short, I'm gonna do something else special with it, I decided. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have a good night, and we will see you next time on Frankie Pinky's Journey. All right, bye guys.